awkward. This is HipHopLuVeRZ, Lex,
What up?
and Vicky.
Today we're gonna bring you some hip hop knowledge though, and we'll tell you some interesting facts about artists that we enjoy listening to.
Yeah, we'll call it Fact Today. Hip Hop Fact Today.
Let's go.
Alright, so I'll tell you a fact about Chris Wallace, aka Biggie Smalls, aka B.I.G., Notorious B.I.G. And he actually went to school in Harlem downtown with some really cool fellas. He was an IT guy and studied with,
Biggie?
Yeah, actually,
Just
yeah.
like me.
Was Jay-Z, with Busta Rhymes, and with DMX. So that's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, my fact is about Kid Cudi. He's one of my favorite artists. And did you know that Kid Cudi met Kanye West in the music store before becoming famous? Yeah, that's true fact. He was just scrolling through different CDs he couldn't afford to buy, and Kanye West was there in New York City as well, and he just couldn't believe that. And he asked him if he could get signed just like that. He didn't have any hard pitch. He was just introducing himself. Hey, my name is Scott. I'm a rapper. I would like to be signed. And Kanye obviously refused, but that was the first kickoff.
Okay. Fact today about Tupac Shakur. Tupac was not only a unique hip hop hip hopper, rapper, but he was also a drama theater actor. He actually performed in Shakespeare play in a ballet, the Nutcracker, where he played the Mouse King. He also visited poetry classes, and you can actually really hear it and discover it in his tracks. He's really, really smart man.
You said that last time, I was kind of tripping, right? But now, you're right. I am crazy. But you know what else? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about Steel. And I don't give a fuck about Raheem either. I don't give a fuck about myself. Look, I ain't shit. I ain't never gonna be shit. And you less of a man than me, so as soon as I decide that you ain't gonna be shit, so be it. You remember that, motherfucker. Cause I'm the one y'all need to be worried about. Partner.
So Biggie or Pac?
Don't start this.
Biggie or Pac?
Ну перестань.
Ну то скажи
Не
Biggie or Pac. А
скажу.
чо?
Не хочу я це.
Biggie.
Oh.
Okay. Another cool artist that I really like is J. Cole. Did you know that J. Cole waited outside to get his raps pitched to Jay-Z? He stayed there for 3 hours in the pouring rain with the homie in front of the studio waiting for Hova to come and check his talents. But right after he opened the door, he started saying that, hey, check out my CD. And he said, no, just give it to my other guy. So J. Cole got really pissed, but this wasn't the last time he tried to pitch himself to Jay-Z. And in a few years, he became the first artist to become signed to Roc Nation.
I had a dream about Beyonce last night. So I hope she's not an asshole.
I had a dream about Jay-Z last night.
Fact about NWA.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
This is a legendary gangster rap group, and the members were Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, Ice Cube, Arabian Prince, and DJ Yella and MC Ren. And they considered themselves as the most influential gangster rap group at that time.
Did you know that Biggie waited downstairs while Jay-Z recorded his verse in the studio for the first time? So this is another random story about the meetup of the big rappers. And Biggie wanted the instrumentals that DJ Clark Kent made, and this was actually a property of Jay-Z. So after first conversation they had, the DJ said you should come to my studio and record this shit. So while he was there, Jay-Z was recording the first verse already, and this is how this duo came up. The awkward moment was that everybody in the studio realized that the DJ made Biggie wait until Jay-Z was recording.
And what was the
we were
relevance
always-
of Big? Because you and I can talk about him, and I know a bit about him, but
Yeah.
what was his...
Such a charismatic, charming, incredible storyteller, likable guy. He's forever loved by hip hop. That's it. It's Biggie.
Because...
It's just the
All
way
the
he
stuff you
was.
just
His
said.
honesty, his brutal honesty, you know, black and ugly as ever. However, I stay Coochie down to the socks.
He wasn't waiting for long though.
He wasn't, but now when you look at it, that's kind of weird to understand that these two dudes were in the same studio and now there's only one alive.
All right.
Move on.
All right.
What else you got, Vicky?
I've got a fact about legendary Paul McCartney and the Beatles, and that Paul McCartney is actually a big fan of hip hop. He's been hanging out with Macklemore and Eminem during the Grammy 2014. He's been trying to get to Tyga's party, where he was obviously
McCartney?
denied.
Tyga?
Yeah, exactly. And he's been, hanging out with Dr. Dre and actually influenced Dr. Dre for his 2015 album. And he says that he listens to rap and reads about rap and hip hop for education, because as we all know, there's a lot of educational stuff in those lyrics, huh?
Did you know that allegedly Tupac used to let Biggie sleep on his couch? This is the line that we can all hear in the one of the most famous diss songs called Hit 'Em Up. So Biggie, remember when I used to let you sleep on the couch and beg a bitch to let you sleep in the house? Huh?
Biggie, remember when I used to let you sleep on the couch and beg a bitch to let you sleep in the house?
Biggie and Pac used to be homies. We all know that. There's a lot of pictures and videos when before the whole East Coast, West Coast thing. So Pac almost reminisces on the past in a way, but he gets a shot at Biggie, saying that back in the days he was this big brother letting him do things, and that was quite offensive.
Fact about Eminem, and the funny thing is that Eminem lied to his ex-wife Kim, whom he disses a lot in his tracks, that he is taking his daughter Hailey to Chuck E. Cheese while he was trying to get her on to the studio to record a part for his track Bonnie and Clyde in 1997. That's legendary. Now we can hear those da-da and other parts that he actually recorded with his daughter's voice.
So Eminem was Bonnie and Clyde with his daughter before Jay-Z and Beyonce?
Absolutely. That's 1997.
Another fun fact about Tupac and Dr. Dre, for those of you that like West Coast rappers, basically they were never really close, and matter of fact they really didn't even know each other. The opportunity to work with Dr. Dre was a major incentive for Tupac to go to the Death Row Records in 1995, a year before you were born. And yeah,
Who was born?
you,
No.
Vicky. The timing was bad, so the rumor has it that Tupac and Suge were taunting Dr. Dre to be gay, and they used to call him that way.
God.
And there's a record of Tupac dissing Dr. Dre multiple times, but Andre never responded.
Andre?
Andre.
Cool.
That's why Dre.
Awesome.
That's all I got. All I got for today.
Fact about Eminem and his mom.
Mom?
Yeah. I wanted to say mother B, but I'll just say mother. She actually sued him multiple times for bringing up her in one of the first tracks of Eminem, My Name Is, where he says, my mom does dope more than I do.
99% of my life I was lied to. I just found out my mom does more than I do. I told her I'd grow up to be a famous rapper, make a record about doing to name it after. Hey, Mom.
And she claimed for $10 million, which is extremely crazy. But that's what it is. He hates her. She hates him. What a great relationship.
Son and mother.
Son of a...
Okay, quite a lot of interesting facts for today. We hope that you enjoyed it.
Ми не будемо це писати.
I don't give a shit. I'll just say it.
Окей. Ще маєш якісь?
No.
Окей, я маю. Have you heard about those 3 deadly words, Death Row Records? So this is a... I bet you recognize those, but this is a label
Whom Tupac was signed to by Suge Knight.
Yes, but Suge Knight, Dr. Dre, and Doc owned this label. And the label was super fancy and influential, and they were freaking rich. They made, at the times, during 90s, $100 million a year. Over $100 million a year, which is like crazy. You don't make those money even in 2018.
You think Suge killed Biggie Smalls?
Не починай ці такі провокативні питання.
Це наоборот найприкольніше. That's the fucking aim of the podcast, to talk shit.
Напишіть, коротше, в коментарях.
Okay, whatever. I think, yeah, Suge Knight was... Yeah. Or Puff Daddy. But I don't know.
Or Keffe D.
Keffe D.
Sure. Fact about Will Smith. Will Smith is a self-made millionaire before he turned 20. He is up for 1 sex marriages, but
What?
the coolest fact is, coolest or not, the coolest is that he supports Kanye. Even after Kanye. Will Smith supports Kanye. Even after Kanye voted for Trump and supported Trump in so many ways, we're not going to get political here, but he still thinks that Kanye is moving forward his thoughts, and he is pushing his ideas, and that's why I don't know, Will Smith adores him and says that he's making people think even if everything is so twisted. So Kanye, Will Smith, waiting for collaboration, huh?
Yeah, they should ask Eminem there too. I heard Eminem is a big fan of Will Smith.
Will Smith actually recorded the best version of Kiki for Drake's track, and it's so funny. I like it. Yeah, you should watch it. Добре.
Okay. Guess what it is?
Все,
Is
goodbye.
that it?
Так.
Like goodbye shit? No?
Та яке? Ми ж це будемо різати. Fact today. Alright,
Faggot! Царапай мене,
А я
блядь.
царапнула, не хотіла.